Assembly and adjustment. Understanding the parts of your up and go. Make sure you have all the necessary parts before beginning. You will need the following: the bottom section, also called the base, to which the wheels are attached, the two U-shaped side pieces, to which the pistons are attached. Please note that you should not remove the rubber bands yet. The two crossbars, one of which is not fastened to any other part, and the second, which is attached to the lifting arms and has a rubber band stretched along its length. Do not remove this rubber band yet. Also included are 8 1/4-inch bottom head screws, 4 of which have washers, and 4 of which do not, as well as a 5/32 Allen wrench. Assembling the sides. It is important that you do not tighten the screws yet. Take the screws without washers attached and the Allen wrench. Place the sides on top of the base with the pistons facing inward on the same side as the open part of the base. Align the poles of the sides with the holes of the base and insert the screws. Tighten them enough that they will stay in, but do not complete the process. Connect both screws on both sides, but remember to keep them loose. Attaching the crossbar. 2 screws with washers attached and the crossbar will be used in this step. There are 3 holes on each of the U-shaped side pieces. A top hole, a middle hole, and a bottom hole. Find the middle hole and align the crossbar on the inside of them with the screws on the outside of them. Connect the screws loosely. Attaching the upper arm assembly. Take the lifting arms and the second crossbar and place them over the first crossbar so that the auxiliary handles and the hooks for the suspension unit are facing downwards. Align the ends of the crossbar with the top set of holes in the sides and put in the last 2 screws with washers attached. Now tighten all 8 screws. There should be 4 screws connecting to the crossbars and 4 screws connecting to the base. Attaching the pistons. First, remove the rubber band connecting the piston to the side piece. Next, rotate the lifting arm to come into contact with the piston, and snap the top of the piston into the ball joint at the base of the arm. Repeat this process on the other side. Now remove the rubber band connecting the 2 lifting arms. Your up and go is now assembled. The harness of the suspension unit should sit properly between the 2 lifting arms. For ease of storage and transport, the up and go has fold-down arms. Simply push down the lifting arms. If need be, use your weight to assist you. After a certain point, the arms will stay down. To return them to standard position, simply lift them back up. Adjusting the up and go. No height or support adjustments should be made while a user is connected. If a user is already connected, disconnect them before adjusting the up and go. There are two types of adjustments: amount of lifting support and height of the user. Never make any adjustments to the up and go while a user is connected. There are two ways to adjust the lifting support. Select one of the three hole positions in the lifting arms, or select a different piston. Changing the support level by selecting one of the three hole positions on the upper arms. The closer to the user that the hole you select is, the greater the lifting support will be. The sum of both sides of support is written on the pistons. To change the amount of support, take the pin out of the connector. It will now be free to slide along the arm. Align the connector with the hole that corresponds with the support level that you want, and insert the pin. Make sure that both sides are at the same level. Changing pistons. To change the pistons, insert a standard flathead screwdriver into the metal clip at the top of the piston, and push outwards on the piston with your other hand until it comes out of the ball and socket joint. Then, do the same at the bottom part of the piston. Take your new piston and snap the thicker end into the socket at the bottom, and the thinner end into the socket at the top. Verifying the support level. If the user is collapsing, you need to increase the support level. If the user is on the tips of his toes, you might consider reducing the support level. As the user improves, you can consider reducing the support level. Adjusting for the height of the user. Take the pin out of the hole on the side of the U-shaped piece. The arm is now free to move up and down. Align the lower piston connector with the hole that corresponds with the height that you want, and insert the pin. The arm handle should be set at the upper part of the user's rib cage. Both sides should be at the same height. Verifying the height. You should be able to lift the user slightly higher when pulling on the upper arms. If you cannot, shorten the straps on the suspension unit from the front and back. Rear wheel swivel lock. With the wheel lined up parallel to the base, insert the pin through the holes in both the base and the wheel. The wheel will now remain locked in a forward position.